Welcome back to Daybreak as we have some medical coverage for you this morning. Mercy Dr. Barbara Bumberry, thanks for being here this morning. We're going to talk about a very timely topic, which is waterborne illnesses. And you know, Elise has been forecasting 93 for Father's Day, saying you probably are going to need to be around some water, but there are some safety tips we need to keep in mind, right?
Definitely. About 40% of Americans swim recreationally, whether it's in lakes, rivers, or pools. And about 2,000 people or more will come down with some type of waterborne illness, and about 10% of those will end up in the hospital.
Oh, wow.
And we always think about getting sick from river water, lake water, but actually more of them occur in pools and hot tubs.
Oh, interesting.
Fortunately, most of them are self-limited and don't require trips to the emergency room or the doctor's office.
Okay. Why is that the pools and the hot tubs are more likely to give you
Well,
some of those?
there's three main types of infections, gastrointestinal being the most common, and there are a couple of parasites, Cryptosporidiosis and giardia, that account for over half of those. And so what happens is somebody that's been infected, their feces or stool get in the water, and then you ingest cysts from that bacteria.
Gotcha.
And that's how you get infected. Diarrhea is the most common symptom. Again, it's usually self-limited, but you want to make sure if you've had any of these infections, you want to wait till your symptoms clear for a couple of weeks before getting back into the water.
Okay, some good advice there. What about ear infections? Is that something people deal with in the water?
Yeah, definitely. If you spend a lot of time in the water, you can sometimes get moisture that accumulates in your ear, and that can cause a yeast or a fungal infection, which we call swimmer's ear. And it's usually easily treated with ear drops. You can get sinus or upper respiratory infections that are typically caused more by the chemicals that are used to treat the water than actual infections themselves. And then if you've ever heard of Legionnaire's disease, it's caused by a bacteria called Legionella that you can find in the mist of hot tubs, or you've seen the water fountains that kids like to run through. You can find it in those also. And usually the symptoms are mild, but they can be more severe if you've got somebody that has some kind of underlying lung disease.
Okay. So that's just kind of a taste of what could happen. I know there's a much longer list, so you can find all of that on our website too at ozarksfirst.com. Thank you so much for being here this morning.
Welcome.